Next up is the pink sprinkle donut, and I had a TikTok user suggest making them heart-shaped, so that's what I'm going to try and do today. After a few failed attempts of trying to shape the hearts by hand, I decided that I needed to come up with a different strategy, and I moved on to making the sprinkles. I started out by rolling out the sprinkles by hand, and then I decided to switch to using my extruder to kind of push out some strands of different colored clay. I used the classic rainbow parlor sprinkle combination for these colors and bake them off, and then used my X-Acto knife to cut each strand up into little tiny pieces. After I had the sprinkles done, I decided to use my 3D printer to print some tiny heart shapes, and using these I pressed them into my silicone mold making material and was able to create this mold which has a bunch of heart shapes on it, which allowed me to press the clay straight down into it, and then I just had to pop each heart out and then do the finishing touches. First up, I'll add a hole to the center to give it that classic donut look, and then I'm going to go ahead and use my dry chalk pastels to add some shading to them. I use a lot of yellows, oranges, and a few dark browns to add some dimension to the donut, and then once those are done I can bake them off and get them ready for the glaze. The glaze is just liquid polymer clay with some pink clay added to it. I mix that in and use some clay softener to get it to the consistency that I need, and then I can take my donuts and dip each one into the glaze. After getting each one coated with the glaze, it's time to add the sprinkles that I made earlier. I have to add each sprinkle by hand, so I'm going to go ahead and do that, and then I'll do a final bake on these donuts. So I baked the first round of donuts, and I do not like the size of the sprinkles, so I'm actually going to go in and make a second round and change it a little bit. I'm going to start out by rolling out the sprinkles by hand again, and I'm going to go as thin as I can with the clay that I'm rolling out. The thinner the better. I do the same color mixture and I bake those off, and then they're ready to slice up, and then I'll cut them up like I did previously. I repeated the same process for forming the donuts, so I won't show you that again. I added the new sprinkles, and these are the final donuts going in the case.